I mean, I think it's definitely legit because he has 2 world titles. I mean, it doesn't really matter if Jai Opetaia has another one. He has 2 legit titles right there. So I think so. It's a legit fight. It's a legit, title shot, and I'm gonna be very happy once I capture those 2 titles. I mean, I think that's the biggest fight in the world, especially at this weight division. And that's definitely a fight I want. Like I said, I'm not scared of nobody. This is Monstro's world, and if he wants to get that fight, we get that fight.
I'm ready to fight. I've been chasing these big fights for quite a while. I want to call myself Undisputed, so it is what it is. I'm ready when they are.
Yep, I agree.
And I like the fight with Jai. I think the Jai Opetaia fight at cruiserweight is the fight for me. That's the fight that I want to see. Jai has been the man at that weight class for a very long time. Now you got a new player in the division with a hot name and whose stock and whose star power is only rising. That's the fight I believe that needs.
David Benavidez was asked whether a fight with Jai Opetaia should determine the true cruiserweight champion, with both men holding major titles and championship status.
Great fight to make in the future, and I mean, I respect Jai Opetaia a lot. He's a great fighter, and I think he has to come back over here.
Benavidez has made it clear he wants to face Jai Opetaia. Excitement continues to build as 2 of boxing's top champions move closer to a potential showdown.
Of course, let's do it. You know what I mean? I'm pumped for that. Respectfully, I'd love to fight Benavidez. He's a great fighter.
Opetaia has also welcomed the fight, saying he respects Benavidez as a dangerous fighter with a huge fan base and is ready if the opportunity comes.
It is, especially him being in cruiserweight, and to me, it just makes sense. Like, if he's fighting for a world title in my division, why don't people want to see who the best is in the division? Like, it doesn't not make sense to me if we don't fight. You know what I mean? Like, he's coming up fighting for a Undisputed, like a unification fight, and he's going to be holding the WBO and WBA. It just doesn't make sense to me that...
According to Opetaia, if both champions hold titles in the same division, fighting each other is the only true way to establish the undisputed king.
My lights, the way I figure things, has never actually been the champion of a division. Not his fault. Canelo never gave him a shot. So far, neither Bivol gave him a shot, nor Beterbiev, when he was a champ, gave him a shot. Opetaia is a champion who is sitting there going, I want to fight you, right? Look, the fact that no one's fought Benavidez, you understand. And I know he just beat Zurdo Ramirez and there were belts on the line. The actual champion of the division.
Max Kellerman noted that Benavidez has yet to secure a defining fight against elite champions like Canelo Alvarez, Dmitry Bivol, or Artur Beterbiev, while praising Opetaia for consistently facing world-class opponents.
Boxes quite well, but you can't really sort of judge on his head in the past, and they haven't been too much. Jai's a completely different beast. What he can do to them is completely different from what he can do to Jai, so we'll see what happens.
Although Opetaia acknowledged Benavidez's talent, he questioned the level of his previous opposition. He believes facing him would represent an entirely different challenge.
I think he's a great fighter. I met him at a fight. I want to give a big shout out to Opetaia. I think he's a great fighter. He's doing well, but I think he still needs the experience, His last fight, I think he held back. He looks a little bit tired. He was struggling in there. He did win the fight to me, and he did win pretty much all the rounds. But, I just think that he needs a little bit more experience. We'll fight him.
Jose Benavidez Sr. praised Opetaia's ability, but believes his son would accept the fight immediately. He considers it a difficult challenge, but one they are confident they can win.
Looking on some of your own side,
Ronnie Shields believes Benavidez would face a much tougher test against someone his own size. He says the fight would reveal whether Benavidez can rely on skill instead of simply overwhelming opponents with pressure.
I think you can stand there. Yeah, I would think that's Russian roulette. You can see me on the boat. I'm a little more, I'm swinging, he just, but when it's the same size, Benavidez gonna have to show his real boxing skills. Because I don't think.
The reaction said it all. His expression made it obvious that he fully embraced the moment and accepted the challenge.
Great fight. I think before he would go to heavyweight, I think that would be the fight that needs to be made. I think Jai has a good chance too of possibly winning. I said, I think it just comes down to who shows up that.
On the other hand,
Floyd Schofield Jr. believes Benavidez versus Opetaia is a fight that must happen before either fighter considers moving to heavyweight. He expects a highly competitive battle with both men having legitimate chances to win.
Jai Opetaia. Hell yeah, he beat Opetaia. Oh, I'm a double down. He gonna beat Opetaia. I double down on that one. He gonna beat Opetaia. See, Opetaia got good feet. Yeah, he can box, but he can be drugged into a fight. And if you know anything about David Benavidez, just like he did with Ramirez, he's the one of those guys that's gonna test your heart. He gonna test what you have in here. And once he go to Jai and he tests what he has in here, Jai gonna lose his. Jai ain't gonna be boxing and moving around. Jai gonna be looking to fight. Jai gonna get tired too. Yeah, because Jai, if you look at the history of Jai Opetaia, he get tired. Yes, he gets.
Tim Bradley predicts Benavidez will defeat Opetaia. He believes Benavidez's relentless pressure and high work rate could gradually wear the Australian champion down.
Zurdo, I made Benavidez a favorite against Canelo. I know what I'm watching. Opetaia is stronger. Pound for pound in punching, Opetaia punches a lot harder with one single shot than Benavidez. He's a harder, heavy-handed puncher. He's a southpaw. He has better feet than Benavidez. He's just as mean as Benavidez. That would be violent, man.
Sergio Mora also expects a brutal fight. While he has supported Benavidez in the past, he warned that Opetaia's power, southpaw stance, movement, and toughness make him an extremely dangerous opponent.
It's really he's the only fight I really want, like that I truly want, because he has all the belts. You know what I mean? After I beat Bivol, I'm gonna have, right now I have 8 titles. You know, 3 of them were interim, 3 of them world championships at super middleweight, light heavyweight. Now I got 2 of them at cruiserweight. I really want those belts. You know, I want those accolades. So
Benavidez has also expressed strong interest in fighting Dimitri Bivol, viewing it as a major opportunity to win more titles and strengthen his legacy.
I know that 100% already. You know, wherever it is, it's 200, 175, wherever. I mean, I'm just here to test myself at the end of the day and test.
He has made it clear that he is willing to compete anywhere from light heavyweight to cruiserweight, saying his focus is on fighting the best opponents regardless of weight class.
The best. I would love to fight Bivol because he beat Canelo. He beat Zurdo Ramirez. So if we can beat the one that beat the one, you know, those are the fights that we want to look for. We don't want no tune-ups, you know, and you see David never wants tune-ups. He wants to fight the best. So we're here to fight the best at cruiserweight or...
Dimitri Bivol praised Benavidez's ambition, while Jose Benavidez Sr. explained that their goal is to pursue elite opponents immediately rather than taking easier developmental fights.
How good? You know, Godzic is decent. You know, he's strong, old. I don't think Benavidez is a 175 fighter. I don't think he beats Beterbiev. I don't think he beats Bivol. But I think he's very hard to beat at 168. I think that's where a lot of his...
Eddie Hearn acknowledged Benavidez's talent, but questioned whether his aggressive style would be as effective at light heavyweight. He believes a fight with Bivol would be a much tougher challenge.
There's a bigger variety of punches. So that's a lot to just deal with, knowing that, you know what I mean, if he hits you clean, he could you know, do some kind of damage to you. And he's going to hit Benavidez because Benavidez is going to step to him. That's how Benavidez fights. So I think that's I don't know if I would pick Benavidez if this was 5 years ago. You know what I mean? But it's not. The man is 41 and 41 is 41. Yeah. So I picked Benavidez to beat him. I think Benavidez gets off.
Stephen Edwards praised Bivol's technique, movement, and ring IQ, but believes Benavidez's relentless pressure could eventually force him into difficult exchanges.
Had a pretty tough fight with Beterbiev, and I think David Benavidez. Yeah, I think David Benavidez is levels above Beterbiev, so I think it would be a much harder fight for Bivol. But then again, I mean, boxing is 50-50, so that's definitely a 50-50 fight. Because, I mean, Bivol has power, he can box, and he has foot movement, you know, that Soviet style. But, you know what I mean, David is David, so that's just...
Floyd Schofield Jr. believes Benavidez is one of boxing's elite fighters and even suggested he could surpass Artur Beterbiev. However, he described a fight with Bivol as a true 50-50 matchup.
#1 target on his list. Is that the right decision for him, do you think, to go back down to 175 and to challenge Dimitri Bivol?
100%. Because one, they've sparred before, so they know what to expect. That's one. Two, imagine him fighting in September in the same venue in Las Vegas with all the Mexicans watching again and beating a guy that beat down your superstar, a guy that beat Bivol. I'm talking about Bivol beat Canelo and you beating Bivol on that special date. That's how you take over the crown at 29 years old and become the next star for the next couple of years. Bivol's the way because he's not a big puncher. He's footwork, and you need to know how to close down that distance and footwork. Benavidez has that. Speed beats the timing of Bivol with that jab. Speed's going to intercept that. And then ultimately the power. The power's going to be on Benavidez's side. Bivol's never been a puncher. He's strong, but he's not a puncher. So everything's for Benavidez. I would see him being the major favorite.
Sergio Mora supports Benavidez pursuing Bivol, believing a victory would elevate him to superstar status. He says Benavidez's pressure, speed, and power could neutralize Bivol's movement and give him the edge.
Pound for pound guy. That said, based on that performance against Zurdo, I'd have to make the case that Benavidez is a top 5 pound for pound guy right now. And I would probably make Benavidez a slight favorite at the moment against Dimitri Bivol because we know what Benavidez is right now. Like Benavidez.
Chris Mannix considers both Bivol and Benavidez pound for pound elite. Based on Benavidez's win over Gilberto Ramirez, he would slightly favor him in a potential showdown.
Because Bivol's so disciplined, from round 1 to 12, he's here back and forth with this. He is stubborn with that style, bro. So it's all about him getting Bivol off of his game, which he has the capability of doing. He's broken down so many people. Yeah, I heard that too. You know, where is he at? He's confidently talking about it in his interview, saying how he got him in sparring. But he also lets it known that it was good work though, at the same time. And there's time that's been since that happened, and both fighters has grown since then. But man, Bivol, bro, it's gonna be tough. That's a fight that I genuinely don't know. I genuinely don't know how it'll go.
Bruce Carrington believes Bivol's disciplined, technical style would clash perfectly with Benavidez's nonstop pressure. He says the matchup is incredibly difficult to predict, making it one of boxing's most intriguing potential fights. He closed by asking fans who they believe would win when elite technique meets relentless aggression.